Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll run on first down. Barry, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears. Hey, alert 33.
On third down, Barry. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. The result there is the offense. Is going to come back on the field. A first down as they get 12 on the fake punt. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for first and 10.
Hey, watch this. King. Hey, alert 33.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
At the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 16. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Set, 20. Check, 55 to Mike. Regular.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Browns 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Open man is Michael Thomas. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Check, 59. I'm here all day.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Go. Hey,
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down. Hines, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 51.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. On 1st down, Barry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Barry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Hey, alert!
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a give right side. It's Hines. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Move. 3 down, 3 down. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Watch the slap, watch the slap. 52's the mic, boy. 52.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. This is Miller, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
Ready. Okay, come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Let's go. Come on.
On first down, it's Haskins, eluding the pressure right. And he finds Parker here, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Let's get it. Set, ready. Set, team running. Let him know. 59's Mike. Check, 59. Hey, I'm coming.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Play action. Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Miller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Mike 52. Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
2nd down and goal. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On 3rd and goal, Haskins flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Forced out to his left. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. On third down, Mayfield gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Here's Mayfield. And an alley to run.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Haskins on third down. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Sanders' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go to Harvin again, and now it's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have had no room to breathe. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. They'll run on first down. Barry about 3 yards there to the 27.
180.
Mayfield on play action. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and take it to the house for a Miami touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Mayfield. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Harvin that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm. And look at this, another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes just a user running.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
50 teams tonight. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This is taken at the 23. great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the...
Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run again with Hines. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike 52, Who that? 5-2 the Mike 5-2. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Here's Haskins to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Too little, Hey,
They'll keep it on the ground. Barry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 corners, no reason to lighten up now. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. 19 yards there on the pickup. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
At the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield right at the 48. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The tackle there by John Johnson.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Haskins going to try to throw it. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On the ground with a tight end. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. this game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.